What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with another episode of the Madden 23 Cupcake Relocation Franchise. Last week, I have it front and center on the screen. 8 turnovers against the LA Chargers. It was a very, very tough showing for Cam Newton and the boys. Of course, if you watched that game, Cam Newton got benched and we brought in Brett Hundley. It was ugly, to say the least. It was not a clean game, lots of mistakes. Some of the mistakes on my part, some of the mistakes just because our team is terrible and our overall is very, very low. But it was ugly. Justin Herbert didn't even light us up on the scoreboard like I thought he would. He had a decent game. He did have that 1 interception. But Cam Newton, 4 picks. Brett Hundley, 2 picks. Cam Newton had a fumble loss. Alex Collins had a fumble loss. So it was just an overall very, very tough game. We never were able to get it going. And it was easily, I would say, our worst game of the season. Funny thing on the news stories here that I wanted to show you guys. How about this for EA's programming? Chargers mount a charge. Los Angeles waited until the last moment, but had just enough time to erase that Texans' large fourth quarter lead, leaving the Texans in disbelief.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
If you watch that game, tell me when we had a large lead. Tell me when we had any lead at all. We never had a lead in that game, but apparently whoever was reporting on the sidelines saw something different, and apparently we erased a large fourth quarter deficit, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, this week we take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in what I think is a winnable game. Now, our division is very, very bad. We have 3 teams that are 1-3, us included, and the Jaguars included. And hey, if we can somehow pull out a win today, we're right back in this thing. So let's take a look at the Jacksonville Jaguars roster here. Trevor Lawrence, no introduction needed. He will be under center today. James Robinson is the halfback number 1. Travis Etienne Jr. from Clemson will be their backup running back. Of course, Lawrence and Etienne played 3 years together in Clemson, so we got that Clemson connection going on. Ryan Nall, fullback. Wide receiver Christian Kirk just signed that 4-year deal this year. He will be their number 1 option. No more DJ Shark. Marvin Jones Jr. and Zay Jones. Jamal Agnew, 5-year player from San Diego. And then Tim Jones, 1-year player from Southern Miss. Tight end, we have Evan Ingram, just acquired in free agency, the former Giant. Only 1 touchdown this year. In real life, Evan Ingram hasn't really had the best year I'm sure that Jaguars fans had hoped for. Again, only 1 touchdown entering this week. And as I record this, we're already entering week 12. Left tackle, we have Cam Robinson, pretty good player from Alabama. Left guard, Ben Barch is injured. He won't play today, so John Miller may get the start in his place. Center, Trey Hopkins and Luke Fortner, the backup rookie. Brandon Scherf, easily their best player. Very, very good player. 7-year vet from Iowa on the right side. And then right tackle, Jawan Taylor. On the left end, we have Folorunso Fadikasi, former Jet. He also signed a 3-year deal this year. Dwayne Smoot backing him up. Right side, we have Everson Griffin. All know about him. Prayers up to my guy, vet from USC. I guess Jaguars picked him up in this game. So Adam Gostis, 6-year player from Georgia Tech, will get the start, it looks like. Devon Hamilton, D-tackle. Corey Peters, 12-year vet from Kentucky, backing him up. We all know Trayvon Walker, the number 1 overall pick. The rookie, Georgia Bulldog, will be starting on the left rush side. And then Kalavon Chasen, another former first-round pick back in 2020, 20th overall pick back in that round. He will be the backup to Trayvon Walker. Foyesade Aluakan will be the middle linebacker, and then Devin Lloyd will be middle linebacker number 2. Josh Allen, very, very good player, might be their best player, will be on the right side. Cornerbacks, we have Shaquille Griffin, very good corner from UCF. Darius Williams backing him up. Also Tyson Campbell. Free safety, we have Andre Sisco. Strong safety, we have Donovan Wilson. Kicking the ball will be my guy, Mason Crosby, the cheesehead. I guess the Packers for whatever reason, cut him, and then the Jaguars have two kickers, Cody Parkey, former Brown, but man, Mason Crosby, the longtime Green Bay Packer, no longer kicking it for the cheese in this game, I guess. He's a Jacksonville Jaguar now, and then Logan Cook, a very, very good punter. So that is the Jaguars roster. Again, I think this is a winnable game if we can just show up on defense, force some turnovers, and of course, obviously, cut down on the turnovers ourselves. So jumping into the weekly strategy, Jaguars with the lowest offense in terms of points per game this season. They only put up 14.5, which is worst in the league. We are going to defend the deep pass from Trevor Lawrence, and we are going to keep our guys on full pads for our starters. I need all the boosts that we can possibly get this week. On the defensive side, Jaguars defense also not good as well. They're 31st in the league. They're good against the pass, but terrible against the rush. They allow 34 points per game, and I think we need to continue to focusing on throwing the ball. We had so many picks last game. Honestly, it was getting to the point where I was ready to chuck my controller through the TV. Really glad I didn't do that, because I probably wouldn't be recording this today. But there were times where I had to seriously consider not doing that. So weekly game plan goal, we want to get an interception. Every time I've done that so far, set that as our goal. We've come away with the pick. We did it against Russ in Denver, and we also did it last week as well. And hey, guess what? We officially get to start our relocation process this week. So let's take a look at the cities that we have available. I kind of already know where I'm going to go with this one. You know, small channel, just getting started off. I hope someday to have a large channel with lots of engagement. I can put up some polls, you know, to see where we'd like to move the team. But we are going to travel 162 miles west of Houston, and we are going to be moving this team to Austin, Texas. So Austin will be the new site for Cupcake McGee. And take a look at this. Bobo Wilson Jr. has played amazing for us this year. He gets an upgrade. We're going to upgrade him to playmaker. He does get some pretty good stats. It looks like some catching traffic, some spec catch, medium route running. So yes, we are going to be moving to Austin, Texas, only about 162 miles west of Houston. So maybe our fan base, or what's left of them, we'll still be able to travel to some of the games. You know, I'm trying to be nice in that regard, and maybe some of our fans will continue to be fans, and will be Austin, whomever we choose fans. So I was doing some thinking after last episode. We still have one trade that we can make. Of course, we did make our first trade to acquire Javon Hargrave. I think we're going to go after Tony Pollard. Alex Collins has looked okay at times. He fumbled the ball last week. That was a big momentum shift. And if we can somehow bring in Tony Pollard, I think that will greatly elevate our offense. So I'm just going to kind of throw some things at the Cowboys here. We don't really have too much to work with as far as trade stock, but let's just see what we can possibly give up in terms of, or in order to get Tony Pollard. So I don't know. We'll toss a 3rd round pick at him for this year, and maybe a 3rd from next. Let's just test the waters and see what that does. Okay, well, there we go. Hopefully I didn't give up too much, but by losing a 3rd round pick this year and a 3rd round pick next year, we bring in Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is star development in this game, and I think that is a good decision. I think that Tony Pollard will greatly elevate our offense, and I think that he can do some good things for us. And of course, we have to cut one player now, and we are going to cut Mr. Lacal London, only a 59 rated overall player. Of course, he does have the highest overall rated beard hair combo in Madden. I believe he's a 99 in that category, but Lacal London, I'm sorry, my friend, but we're going to have to say goodbye, and probably not going to get picked up by anybody. So jumping right into the game here, it looks like the addition of Tony Pollard elevated us to a 69 overall as opposed to a 67 overall. So there you go. But we are ready to head down to Duval County, sunny Florida, right on the border of Florida and Georgia. We're going to Jacksonville. We are going to take on Trevor Lawrence and his boys, Doug Peterson, new head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. What'll happen today? Will the addition of Tony Pollard help us at all? Will Cam Newton bounce back from that just woeful performance that he had last week against the Chargers? God, I sure hope so. If not, we're going back to Mr. Brett Hundley. But without further ado, let's get down to Jacksonville and get ready for the game. So Jacksonville to receive the opening kickoff from Johnny Townsend, and we are ready. Today's a big game. If we win this, we are not last place in the division. Our division is pretty terrible. We're 1-3. Jags are 1-3. Titans are 1-3, and of course, Matty Ice and the Colts are 3-1. So this is actually a really big game for us as we get a look at Trevor Lawrence. 4 TDs, 4 INTs this season, just short of 1,000 yards. How will the former #1 overall pick, the Clemson Tiger, do today? Hopefully we can send a lot of pressure at him. Their offensive line, aside from Brandon Scherf, not really that great. So hopefully we can generate some type of pressure. So Lawrence will come out single back with James Robinson in the backfield in a tight formation. They'll send a man in motion, and that will be a give on the little end around to Christian Kirk, and he's able to make a little bit something happen out of it. So 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard pickup from Christian Kirk. Lawrence will stay in the single back formation. It'll be another give to James Robinson, and he will be wrapped up by Danny Trevathan after a 7-yard gain, but that is enough to move the sticks. Danny Trevathan has been very, very quiet this year. It would be a very, very big thing to get him going today. I was really excited to bring him on in the first episode. He was one of the few bright spots of this roster. But so far, up until this point, he really hasn't done too much. So Danny, oh Danny boy, you are so overdue for a big game, and I really hope that we have that today. So Lawrence will come out in a shotgun formation here. He'll drop back to pass, looking for time. He has time, and that will be a catch by Evan Ingram, and it's a fumble. He lost the ball. Jackrabbit Jenkins scoops it up. That's a fumble by Evan Ingram. If this stands, that will be a huge momentum swing to start out. Evan Ingram caught the wide open pass in the middle of the field. He was wrapped up by Danny Trevathan and also others as well, and that looks to be a clean fumble. We stripped his chicken on the opening drive. Texans able to come away with the chicken strip as we get a look at Cam Newton, 6 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and that's a huge momentum shift. That's just the thing that we needed, just what the doctor ordered on this opening drive. And you guys are not going to believe this. Look who is able to strip that ball. Looks like it was Dick LeCounte. Dick with the extreme ball penetration, able to pop that thing out. And how big is that? Dick LeCounte has not played well this season at all. We've called his name several times for all the wrong reasons. And you know what? Maybe some of that noise has been getting to him, and he says, I need to have a big game today. And Dick LeCounte makes a tremendous play to start this thing off. That'll be Mohamed Sanu, who was also very, very quiet last week, able to pick up a gain of 8 on the play. So we're going to come out shotgun here on a spread formation. Let's see if we can get Tony Pollard, our new addition at running back. Alex Collins will still be the backup, but Tony Pollard will get the initial carry, and he is able to keep the legs churning for a gain of 6, and he is able to convert and pick up a first down. So we're going to come out shotgun again. Let's see if we can hit Pollard on a little draw, but I also like what the defense is showing us here. So we're going to audible. We're going to put D.D. Meek-Mill Westbrook on a slant, and depending on what the outside does, we might have Bobo Wilson, our MVP, on a quick pass. We don't, but we do have Ricky Seals-Jones wide open down the middle. Never dropped back on him. Cam was able to lob it over the head of the defender, and that is a good pass from Cam, and he was able to throw it over the head of Foyesade Oluwakan. So 1st and goal, ball from the 5, early strike opportunities. Jaguars went Santa Claus and handed us a gift-wrapped Christmas present on the opening drive. You got to make it count. And there's Tony Pollard, had a little bit of space initially, but not able to keep the legs turning to get into the end zone. It's a gain of 2. So we're going to come out shotgun spread here again. 2nd and goal, ball on the 3-yard line. We're going to look to see if we can get Pollard going here and see if he can get this thing into the end zone. He is wrapped up for a loss on the play. Devon Hamilton, 2-year Ohio State Buckeye, getting in the backfield to wrap him up on that play. So 3rd and goal here, ball on the 5-yard line. Need something here. Got to have some opening touchdown points on this initial drive. And we have our MVP, Bobo Wilson, comes down with it. His first touchdown of the season. I'm sure he leads us in yards. He had 0 touchdowns entering this thing, and he grabs a big one there. Bobo Wilson came into this game hungry. He didn't grab a Snickers on that play, but he did grab the touchdown pass from Cam, and that will put the Texans up early in Jacksonville. Huge drive and perfectly timed kick. He is able to nail that thing, and that is a gigantic sequence. Fumble by Jacksonville. Dick LeCounte able to cause a forced fumble from Evan Ingram. Cam Newton, Tony Pollard, and the Texans able to convert on that gift-wrapped Christmas present and get the ball into the end zone. So very, very good opening drive, opening sequence for us, for the Texans, for Cupcake McGee, and for the Austin somebodies. So Lawrence, Robinson, Evan Ingram looking to shake off the early mistake. Lawrence will come out shotgun with Robinson to his left, and that will be another catch by Luke Farrell. So 2nd and 6 here, ball on the 23-yard line. Lawrence is going to come out single back. Robinson in the backfield in a tight formation. Lawrence will drop back to pass, and that will be a catch and a completion on the play to move the sticks. Good pass by Lawrence. That middle of the field, which we all know is our Achilles heel, Christian Kirk, 4-year player from Texas A&M, able to haul that one in. Javelin Guidry on the stop. So 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line. Lawrence will give the ball again to Robinson. He has some space on the outside. Big gain from Robinson. Quincy Roche was there to finally wrap him down, but the damage was already done. There's another catch right in the middle of the field from Christian Kirk. Lawrence starting this thing off a perfect 4 of 4 for 50 yards. And Jaguars making it look easy. Don't know how many times I said completion right into the middle of the field. Probably as many times, if not more, than I've said it's a terrible pass from Cam. Doug Peterson clapping it up on the sidelines. He loves it. And we got to figure out this middle of the field. I mean, I've done everything I think that I possibly can up until this point, aside from dropping somebody extra back in coverage. And, we're just getting torn up in that middle. We're going to keep somebody right out there. Lawrence will drop back to pass. He has pressure, and he's going to go down for the sack. Looks like Porter. Is that Porter Gustin? Looks like Porter Gustin was able to wrap him up on the play. So that time we did put somebody in the middle. We did drop back additional coverage, and Porter Gustin able to wrap up Trevor Lawrence. And it looks like Ndamukong Suh was back there as well for what I believe is only our 2nd sack of the season. So if we can get some pressure today, I mean, that will be absolutely gigantic. We really need that to happen. 2nd and 24 now. Jaguars in a tough situation. They're going to come out shotgun. And Lawrence will drop back to pass. He has 2 receivers. It's going to be a little screen pass here. Danny Shelton not able to wrap him up, but it looks like Danny Trevathan was there to do the cleanup work. Call him the janitor on that play. James Robinson got the ball on the screen. Had some good blockers initially, but Ndamukong Suh was bearing down on Lawrence there, but we were able to close in on it. Danny Shelton, just a massive individual, and just got Derrick Henry stiff-armed by James Robinson. You don't see that every day. So 3rd and 17. Lawrence will come out empty here. Need a big stop. Need to get our defense off the field. Danny Trevathan, we're going to usurp control him, and that will be a catch, but out of bounds. So after the opening drive fumble from Evan Ingram, we're able to get the sack on Lawrence. We're able to generate some pressure, and Mason Cheesehead Crosby is going to be in here to kick this thing, and that's going to hook to the right, bounce off the crossbar, and not sneak through. Wow. Wow. Kick looked to be wide left at first. It hooked back right. Thought he had the distance, but he did not. And Mason Crosby gets the doink off the crossbar. So 2 very, very good defensive sequences for us. That is something we have not had the luxury of saying. Brett Hundley will show Cam Newton something on the Microsoft Surface tablet. Maybe showing him his 4 interceptions from last game to keep the motivation going, possibly. But yeah, I mean, ball very close to midfield now. Defense has played well so far in this game, and that is going to be a catch and a completion for Tony Pollard out of the backfield. That was kind of a dangerous throw, but we did pass lead Pollard down. Had a couple receivers getting open in the middle of the field, but ultimately it was a good decision by Cam. Pickup of 9. We're going to go right back to Pollard here, and he will just get stuffed in the backfield. So 3rd and 1 here. Need a big conversion. We can go up 14-0 or 10-0 early to start this thing off. That's something we haven't done too much of, and Tony Pollard has some space. Doesn't materialize into much after, but we had some initial good blocks going on there on the inside, and we're able to sneak through and pick up the conversion. So 1st and 10, ball on Jacksonville's 40-yard line. We'll see if we can get somebody maybe open on a quick curl. There's D.D. Westbrook, and that's going to be picked. Oh, I thought we had him. That's going to be picked by Shaquille Griffin. Yep. Curls are tough. I mean, Westbrook got some separation, but I think that we just kind of didn't get the ball off quick enough, and Shaquille Griffin able to pick it off there, the 5-year man from UCF. That's a killer. That's a killer. Kurt Benkert will talk to Lawrence and say, hey, man, got to get this team going here. They'll have a pretty decent field position as well to start this thing out. So Trevor Lawrence going to come out with the 2-bunch formation on the right and the left side. He's going to come out shotgun with Robinson to his right, and that will be a catch and a completion to Zay Jones right there in the middle of the field. Man, I am upset about that last drive. I am not a happy boy right now. Not really sure if it was on me. I thought it was a good read. I mean, D.D. Westbrook did have some separation on the curl route. Shaquille Griffin just jumped it. And Trevor Lawrence doing his best Johnny Manziel moneymaker impression, it looked like there. So 1st and 10, they're going to come out shotgun with James Robinson to his left. Lawrence will drop back to pass, and he has pressure again, nearly sacked, but able to get the ball away. We are getting some initial pressure in this game, and that's not something that we have been able to say so far until this point. So I definitely like that. So all things considered, aside from that INT from Cam, it was a good first quarter. Defense has played very well. Mason Crosby had a doinker off the crossbar, and not a bad way to start off this game. Could be 14-0 or 10-0 easily, but it's not. Got to shake it off and keep this thing moving. Lawrence will drop back. It's going to be a give to James Robinson. He has blockers. Danny Trevathan able to wrap him up there after a gain of 7. Robinson averaging 10 yards a carry, 3 rushes so far for 30 yards. Got to clean that up. But Lawrence is going to come out shotgun here. 2 receivers to his right. James Robinson also in the backfield. He's going to drop back to pass, and that is going to be a pick. Jackrabbit Jenkins, perfect timing user pick. Jackrabbit Jenkins, hands in the cookie jar, comes away with the cookies, and man, oh man, I've been waiting for Janoris Jenkins to get his first interception of the season. That one comes at a very opportune time, jumping in front of Zay Jones and preventing points on Jacksonville's third drive of the game. Gotta love that. Man, oh man, our defense. Hello. We've been waiting for you. This was your wake-up call, and our guys are showing up big, big, big so far in this one. So 1st and 10, ball on the 5-yard line here. Gotta be careful. Don't want a safety, of course, but also we need to, worst case scenario, flip field position. We're going to run outside to Tony Pollard. He has some blockers. He's not able to get to a second level, but does pick up a good 5-yard gain. Cam will come out in a tight shotgun formation with Tony Pollard to his right. We're going to drop back to pass, and we have our MVP on that drag, Bobo Wilson. Just caught his first touchdown of the season a couple of drives ago. Got to feel good about that. Bobo Wilson has been such a huge, integral part of our offense. Didn't think I'd be saying that on episode 1, but nonetheless, we are saying that. Every time we call Bobo Wilson's name, it seems to be because of something good. Lovie Smith loving it on the sideline. Lovey-ing it, I should say. So 1st and 10 as we approach 6 minutes to go until halftime. Cam is going to come out single back, ball on Jacksonville's 41-yard line. Could have Westbrook on a little drag route here, depending on if he gets open. And he does, but I pressed the wrong button. But nonetheless, Mohamed Sanu will come away with it. I pressed circle. D.D. Westbrook was square, but ended up being a good play. Sanu able to catch it in the middle of the field. Sanu did not have a great game last week other than that one touchdown that he caught. And he needs to be a big part of our offense, I think, too. So we're going to have to look to get Mohamed Sanu more involved, hoping he can have a great game here today. Ball on the 29-yard line. We are threatening as Cam will come out empty. We have Ricky Seals-Jones, Mohamed Sanu, Westbrook to our right. JoJo Natson, the Akron man, Bobo Wilson, JoJo and Bobo, Clown Brothers to the left. Cam's going to drop back to pass here, and we are going to look to find Mohamed Sanu again. So 3 catches already in this game. Gotta love that. Cam, other than that one cough up or that one interception, has played a pretty good game. 9 for 11 so far, 100-plus yards. And Mohamed Sanu making his presence felt definitely more than he did last game. So 2nd and 5 here. Gotta love the time of possession that we have been able to establish so far in this one. We're going to come out shotgun. Going to be a give to Pollard. He is able to break initial contact and pick up a nice gain, still keeping the legs moving. Gain of about 14 on that one. Tony Pollard thought that he was going to be hit in the backfield there, but he's able to make a man miss, able to make several defenders miss. Devin Lloyd missed, the rookie from Utah, and then just breaking tackles as he gets to the second level. That's something that Alex Collins has not been able to do too much of so far this season, is break initial contact. Tony Pollard, more of a speed back, more of an agile back, but I think that we're going to have more success with him. So 1st and 10, ball on the 10-yard line. Not upset to keep this clock ticking down here. Pollard's going to get it on the draw and just not able to get anything materialized there. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Corey Peters, defensive tackle from Kentucky, able to get in the backfield and wrap up Pollard for a loss on that one. Need a conversion. Need a touchdown here. We don't want to... We've been given a couple gift-wrapped presents here by the Jaguars and don't want to squander that. And I don't see anybody here, and Cam is going to get sacked and fumble it. Are you kidding me? Offensive lineman able to pick it up. Thank God. Tyrell Crosby, vet from Oregon. But that will make it a very tricky 3rd and goal indeed. 3rd and goal. We're going to come out in the shotgun here. Got to get something. Got to get something. This is, this is how games are won right here. Definitely. And we have our MVP, Bobo Wilson. Of course it is. Bobo Wilson making the huge catch. Not a touchdown, but that's okay. Yeah, Cam with the butterfingers, man. Bart Simpson himself. Yep, Damon Sanders. Damon Sanders, probably the best quarterback in the draft, is looking very enticing right now. Cam is definitely making his share of mistakes. Not a great kick, but just enough. He's able to sneak that thing through the crossbar, and I will take a 10-0 early lead. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Had Tyrell Crosby not picked that ball up, it was going the other way. That was definitely going the other way. So, dodged a bullet there. Not happy about the outcome. Not happy about the drive. We could easily be up 21-0 here. I mean, we could easily. Our defense has been showing up. Our defense has been putting us in winning situations. Offense hasn't converted on those so far, but at the end of the day, score is 10-0. We do get the ball after halftime. One more defensive stand here. One more defensive stand here would be mighty fine indeed. That's going to be a draw play to Travis Etienne, the Clemson connection there, and he is able to gash us for 17. Jaguars caught us napping. I sent some pressure on the right-hand side. Did not expect a draw play there, and that was just a great call by Doug Peterson. Jaguars going tempo here. They're going to hurry this thing up, and that's going to be a play fake, and that is also going to be a catch. Oh, catch by Zay Jones. Thought we had something there. We got some pressure in the backfield. Javon Hargrave, very, very close. Very, very close to getting to Lawrence, but it was not to be. 1st and 10, ball on the 13. We're going to send some pressure Lawrence's way. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on us, and it will. That's going to be a catch and a touchdown. Marvin Jones Jr., 10-year vet from California. Tried to throw pressure there. I feel like if we drop back in too much zone, Lawrence would have just picked us apart. Ultimately, it didn't matter. He's able to find Marvin Jones on the slant, and Marvin Jones will sneak his way in to make your score 6-10 as we get very, very close to halftime. 10-7, all things considered, not a terrible first half. Still think it should be 21-7. We had lots of opportunities. Some of them were squandered by pressure in the backfield on Jacksonville's end, but you're not mad going into halftime up on the scoreboard and also getting the ball to start off the third quarter. Hey, really quick, guys, if you guys are enjoying this series so far, if you're enjoying this video, consider subscribing to the channel, consider liking these videos. I'm having a great time so far with this Cupcake Relocation Franchise. I want you guys to be along on the ride, on the journey with me for this, because we're going to have a great time. We're going to make some big things happen here. So if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that. It would help me out a ton. This game has been pretty good so far. We go into halftime up 10-7. Could be a lot better, but could also be a lot worse. This is a big game for us. If we can pull out this W, we're going to move to second place in the division. So will we do it? Can Cam Newton and Lovie Smith and the boys rally the troops and make something happen? We're going to find out. Let's get back to the game. All right, we're going to shift our focus here. I want to go run inside. With the way Cam's been playing lately, I'm honestly just kind of scared to scared to keep throwing the ball with him too much. And also with Pollard being a new addition to our team, want him to have a good game and a huge impact. So Logan Cook will kick this thing off. JoJo Natson will field it right at the 1-yard line and not going to be able to really bring it past the 20. So there's Cam Newton. You got to keep your hands on the ball, man. Can't keep coughing it up. He has an interception. He has a fumble in this game. Got to be better than that. So 1st and 10, we're going to come out tight shotgun formation, see if we can get Pollard going. He ducks under a defender, but ultimately it's only going to result in a gain of about 2. 2nd and 8 now, ball on the 22-yard line. Let's see. We have Sanu, looks like could be on single coverage on the outside. We're going to come out single back, drop back to pass. We have Ricky Seals-Jones, and that's a terrible pass by Cam. Where's that montage? Got to get that montage going. We had Ricky Seals-Jones wide open. He wasn't able to locate him. We need Damon Sanders, man. Can you just graduate now? Come to our team, please. All right, 3rd and 8. What do we do here? This is a very key drive for us, I feel like. Jacksonville starting to get a little bit of momentum. We have Mohamed Sanu open in the middle of the field, but he's not able to get there. 4th and 2. I'm smiling because you guys know what I'm thinking. You guys know what I'm thinking. I know. Don't even say anything. Probably not the right thing to do, but gotta take chances. I know you gotta take chances. We have Westbrook. No, Cam's gonna get sacked.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
That's 100% on me. Josh Allen gets in there. I know. That was a terrible call. I get it. But, I mean, you got to, right? You got to take chances sometimes. And, of course, Will Holden, one of our tackles, is hurt this week. And I mean, I got to laugh at that. I can't even be mad at that. Jacksonville's going to score. They're going to go up. They're going to take a lot of momentum. It's probably going to come back to that play. And I mean, I just felt like I was in a situation where Jacksonville was getting momentum. They were starting to get things going. And, we just kind of had to convert that and at least keep the drive going. And what happened was exactly what I thought was going to happen, as Luke Farrell, 3rd string tight end, will get that. We still got lots of time. It's okay. I mean, even if Jacksonville scores here, which they're probably going to, it's okay. It's all right. Probably, I feel like this is going to be a run to James Robinson. I could be wrong, and of course I am. I'm always wrong. Jackrabbit Jenkins had position on him. I switched on, but it was a good adjustment by Marvin Jones. And just like that, Jacksonville takes the lead, all because of my terrible decision to go for it on 4th down, deep in our own side of the field. It's okay. It's all right. I knew that was going to happen. Now we have the squigglies. And we are shook. Never like when you get the squigglies. We have Ricky Seals-Jones dropping the ball, bobbles it. He was covered up pretty tight, and he bobbles that ball. Jacksonville getting a lot of momentum here. I felt really good about how we started this game, but Josh Allen again in the backfield, man. Just with heavy pressure. We can't keep Cam protected back there. We cannot keep Cam protected in the backfield. I'm at a point now where I just really don't even know what to do. We have defenders in the backfield almost instantly on these drives. We faced some really good rush defenders in the last couple games. Khalil Mack, Josh Allen in this one. We're just going to lob that thing up to D.D. Westbrook, and he's not able to come down with it. I'm not going for it this time. Definitely not going for it this time. I learned the error of my ways on the last drive, so we're going to bring out Johnny Townsend to punt this thing away. Yeah, it's just so much pressure. Cam, I mean, Cam is at fault on a lot of these drives. He's made some pretty bad throws, but you can't fault him too much when he makes a 2-3 step drop back and he has a defender in his grill going Paul Wall on him right away. It's just a tough situation to put your quarterback in. Defense has stepped up huge in this ball game so far, and we're going to need them to step up big again, as that's going to be a read option. Trevor Lawrence putting on the Jets, and can you fumble, please? Landon Collins just hit him like a Mack truck, and Lawrence keeps that thing close to the chest. But, we had multiple defenders in the backfield there, and Lawrence put on his dancing shoes and two-stepping his way out of the backfield, able to pick up a nice gain and convert it. So 1st and 10, Jaguars into enemy territory. Lawrence will come out shotgun with James Robinson to his left. He's going to drop back, and he is looking to get it all. We have Troy Pride, who just got mossed. Troy Pride just got mossed by Zay Jones. Zay Jones, five-year player from East Carolina, making some huge catches in this game. Lawrence shoots a rainbow out of there, and Troy Pride just got mossed. Coloranzo, Fadakasi, and the defense clapping it up for their guys on the sideline. And all of a sudden, what looked to be a very winnable game for us is now starting to slip through our grasps. Lawrence will come out, single back, and he is going to throw, and they are going to say out of bounds, no catch. 2nd and goal now from the 4-yard line. Lawrence is going to come out again, single back. Probably going to be a run to James Robinson, you would think. It's not going to be. It's going to be instead a catch and a completion to Christian Kirk for the touchdown. Jacksonville now with all the momentum in the world. It was 10-7 at one point. It was 7-0 at one point. Then it was 10-7 at one point. Then it was 10-14 at one point. Now it's 10-21 now. And we have a tight uphill battle to climb. That is for certain. So 1st and 10 now. I hate these squiggly lines, man. I can't see what the heck I'm doing. I'm probably going to get sacked. Cam's going to come out. We have Westbrook open in the middle of the field. He will sit down on that thing and make a good catch off of the curl route. We're going to give it to Pollard out of the shotgun. And Pollard has space, but how did Trayvon Walker shed that block so easily? I mean, look at this. We had nothing but green grass and blue skies, probably because I hit the turbo. But look at that, man. In real life, that's going to be a gain of 30 plus. And just look how easily Trayvon Walker sheds off the block. It's almost like it was scripted. I know it's not scripted. EA Sports with their simulation style football would never do that, right? So 3rd and 1, need to convert situation. Tony Pollard is able to stiff arm and get just enough of what he needed to pick up the 1st down. Foyesade Aluakan making the stop, and that probably would have been, honestly, 4-down territory. You got to figure. So Jacksonville sending some pressure. We're going to see if we can throw some verticals at them. If their 2 middle linebackers stay true to form, we could have our MVP. That's going to be a bad pass. No, it's not. It's a good pass. It was an early breakup. Bobo Wilson Jr. not able to hang on to it. I thought that was going to be a bad throw. Could have been a pick. Ultimately, it was not. We have our speedster, JoJo Natson, the Akron native, making a huge catch off of the slant right there in the middle of the field. Jacksonville sent pressure our way. Cam was able to get it just away in time. We had a defender lurking on us there. Pretty tight. That was Josh Allen. Already has a couple sacks in this game. All right, so 3rd and 7. Clock ticking down here. Very close to the 4th quarter. Got to pick this up, right? Need to convert this here. That will be a catch to Bobo Wilson, but he will be just a little bit short. And it's 4th down. What do we do in this situation? You know we're going for it. We have to go for it, I feel like. I don't think there's any way that we cannot go for this. And just going to need a huge pickup here. If not, you don't like our chances. And we have Chase Allen, the rookie from Iowa State, able to keep this drive on life support, able to keep this drive going here. And that will bring us into the 4th quarter. All right, so 4th quarter starting here. 21-10 is your score. Cam is going to come out in a spread shotgun formation. He's going to drop back to pass. And we have Tony Pollard wide open down the middle of the field, making a huge catch for a gain of about 18. We had pressure coming in again, but Cam was able to get it out there just in time. And Tony Pollard making a huge catch. Hasn't really been too much of a factor in the run game so far, but he does have 3 catches for 28 yards. Josh Allen almost just introduced Cam Newton to the turf. So 3rd and 5. Got to get some points here. We're shaking again. We got the squigglies. We're shook. What's Cam and the boys going to do? We're going to put Sanu on a little out route, depending on what the corner and safety do. We might have him. But instead, we're going to have Bobo Wilson, who had it. Looked like he had it there. But he went backwards. I thought for sure that was going to be Wilson's 2nd touchdown of the game. But we let him down a bit. Bobo Wilson's momentum carried him out of the end zone. And you know what time it is. If you've watched any of the other episodes, You know what time it is. It's wide stick time, baby. This is either going to be a touchdown or an interception. That's usually how these go. We have Mohamed Sanu making the great catch. Look, I'm throwing a little bit of mild cheddar out there right now. I get it. That play is super OP in the end zone, especially when you're on the 1 to 3 yard line. I'm not going sharp cheddar. I'm not cheesing the CPU this whole time. Obviously, you look at our record and our score, it will tell you that. But I'm throwing a little bit of mild cheddar out there, right? A little bit of Gouda, if you want to call it that. A little bit of, not the pepper jack, not the hot stuff, but we're throwing a little bit of mild cheddar. We got to throw a little bit of mild cheddar. All right, so Lovie Smith is telling us to go for 2 here. Jacksonville coming out in coverage that would be conducive to allow us to run this football. Pollard will cut it back, and he will get into the end zone. So that will make it a field goal game. Could have been a lot worse than what it was, but Jacksonville able to get it to the 30-yard line to start. We're going to need our defense to step up the same way that they did early on in this game. We've gotten some sacks. We got the INT. We're going to need more of that. We had a forced fumble earlier. I mean, if we want any shot of winning this, we cannot let Trevor Lawrence sit back there in the pocket and pick us apart. We just can't. So we're going to drop back with Jordan Evans, and that is going to be a catch and a completion. And Marvin Jones fumbled it. Jack Rabbit Jenkins scoops it up. I was looking down at my notes here and didn't see that. If this stands, that is 2 fumble recoveries for Janoris Jenkins. I did not do anything to the sliders pregame. I keep it on what the default is. Let's see if that stands. That is going to be a huge hit stick. We have to run that back and see who that was. Jack Rabbit Janoris Jenkins so far in this game. 1 INT, 2 fumble recoveries. Dick LeCounte got the forced fumble in the first quarter. And let's see who got this one. If that's might be Javelin Guidry, our speedster. No, I think it was Landon Collins. Oh, Landon Collins just leveled Marvin Jones on that play. And he causes the ball to squirt out. And Janoris Jenkins makes his 2nd fumble recovery of the afternoon. All right, so we are cooking now, George Foreman style. Gotta convert this opportunity here. Gotta be smart with the ball. I still really want to get Tony Pollard going, and Pollard has some space up the middle, and he is able to rip off a gain of 6. Got to get Pollard going. I don't want to do anything stupid. I'm known for doing that. If you guys have watched any of the episodes in the series so far, you will know. I don't want to do anything dumb. I want to burn some of this clock. I want to milk some of this clock, and I want to get Tony Pollard going. But we are going to do just that. And Pollard has some blockers, not able to find the hole there, but does pick up 3 and does bring it very, very close to the first down sticks. They're begging me to audible into some streaks here into the end zone, but I'm not going to do that. Of course I'm not. Pollard has space. Pollard will get very close. He's able to pick up a gain of about 8 and bring it very close to the end zone. I think we stick with Pollard. I don't want to throw the ball at all on this drive if I don't have to. I think we stick with Pollard. We see what he can do. Maybe let's try to bounce one out to the outside. I know I set our focus as running the ball inside. We have 3 downs to work with. Really, if we want to go for it on 4th, we could, but we probably wouldn't do that. We would probably tie it up, but points would be huge here. Touchdown would be huge here. And if we can just get some decent blockers, I think we could have Pollard bounce this thing out to the outside. We do, but blocks are not able to be sustained. Chase Allen just got pancaked, and that will now make it 2nd and goal. I don't think we go away from Pollard quite yet. I think we stick with him. I'm confident that we can pick up 4 yards if we have to. I think we just need to have a good play call. And let's see what Jacksonville's showing us. Now they are looking like they are expecting the run here. Probably should audible out of it, but I'm not going to. We're going to stay true to our form. We're going to give the ball to Pollard. Pollard has space. He breaks a tackle. He spins through. He finds his way to the end zone. Welcome to Houston, Tony Pollard. We're going to be in Austin soon, but he gets his first touchdown as a Houston Texan. You got to love it. Every single play on that drive was a run to Pollard. He comes through clutch with us. Our defense, man, our defense is stepping up huge. We need them to step up huge, probably one more time. But you gotta like what you're seeing from the defense today. Good kick there by Rohrwasser. I think I called him Townsend earlier. I don't know. I get the kickers mixed up sometimes. Lovie Smith loveying it on the sideline, and just like that, your Houston Cupcake Texans have taken the lead, 25-21. Townsend will kick it off. Jaguars going to field this thing very close to the end zone. And let's see if we can get one more, probably one more big defensive stand, maybe two. Here comes Trevor Lawrence, marching the troops out to the field. It's been a back and forth, fun game. There's been mistakes made on both sides, on our behalf and also the Jaguars' behalf too. It's been a fun game so far. You know, of course, you don't like to see the blowouts like we had in LA last week. Those aren't fun as Lawrence completely misses his man. The blowouts aren't fun, but games like this, you know, this is fun. It's exhilarating. Of course, it'll be a lot more fun if we can add a tick into the win column. Naturally, but a lot of time here. Let's see what happens in Jacksonville. Lawrence is going to come out, two receivers to his right. He'll drop back to pass, and that will be a catch and a completion to James Robinson. We whiffed the hit stick. Robinson breaking multiple tackles, doing his best Derrick Henry impersonation on that, and that's a huge pickup and a huge gain for James Robinson. Trevathan with 5 tackles, had a little bit of a better game so far today. Still looking for that one big play that we know he's capable of. He showed us that during his time with the Denver Broncos. James Robinson having a pretty good game, all things considered. Just like that, Jacksonville is driving. Defense needs you to step up one more time here. Lawrence will come out. This time, 3 receivers to his right. Travis Etienne in the back for that Clemson connection. It's going to be a read option. Need Lawrence to fumble the ball here. He's shaking off tacklers. Big hit laid out there by Landon Collins. Trevor Lawrence must have 99 carrying in this game. Landon Collins has just gave him the wallop a couple times, and Lawrence able to keep that thing close to the numbers, close to the old breadbasket. Dick LeCounte just got posterized. Can't roast Dick LeCounte too much in this game because he does have that forced fumble, but that time, Trevor Lawrence just made him his you-know-what. Look at that, man. Who is this guy? All right, so 1st and 10 here. Jaguars moving. Ball on the 20-yard line. Lawrence is going to come out single back this time. Tight formation. That's going to be a give to James Robinson. James Robinson has space. And luckily, defender was in there, Quincy Roche, who's been seeing a lot more playing time recently. He did have the forced fumble last week against LA. But Quincy Roche able to make the probably the touchdown-saving tackle, I would say. So 1st and 2nd and inches, rather. Crunch time here as we tick down close to 3 minutes left in the ball game. That's going to be a give to Robinson, and he gets very close to the sticks. Very close to the touchdown, rather, the end zone, and able to take it to the 3-yard line. Got to have something big here. Touchdown will put them ahead, obviously. We still got a lot of time to go. But need something, need that defense to step up. A fumble, something, a turnover would be very big. And that's not a turnover, but we have Jeremiah Adeocho and Danny Trevathan able to meet James Robinson in the backfield to make it 2nd and goal. One thing I'll say about our defense is I feel like we're really stout and really tough when the ball's on the 1 to 2 yard line. Been a lot of plays where we have Adeocho, Trevathan and company, people like that. A lot of plays where we have them in the backfield meeting the defender, but 2nd and goal here. Lawrence is going to come out shotgun this time. 2 receivers to his left. James Robinson to his left. He's going to drop back to pass. What's he going to do? He's going to throw it away. Travis Etienne in the backfield. Lawrence is going to drop back and complete it to Christian Kirk. And with that, this back and forth roller coaster ride of a game will teeter in favor of Jacksonville yet again, as we are going to have to go into our 2-minute offense. Now it's time for Cam Newton new addition Tony Pollard to orchestrate our best 2-minute offense that we have. All right, so 1st and 10, we have 2 timeouts, should have 3, but that terrible fake spike in the first quarter caused us to lose one of our timeouts, but we do have the 2-minute warning at our disposal still, so we're going to go ahead and let this thing tick down to the 2-minute warning, I think. All right, 2nd and 8 now, crunch time. This is what separates the boys from the men. This is what dreams are made of right here. Time to put our 2-minute offense to the test. We have Mohamed Sanu wide open in the middle of the field. He'll get very close to first down yardage. Let's see if they give it to him. If not, we're going to be in a 3rd and inches situation. And we got to let some of this clock run off too. We have to be aware of that. They do give Sanu the first down, so he is able to convert and move the sticks. Got to be cognizant of the clock, and they are just begging me to throw a quick pass to D.D. Westbrook. Let's see what the linebacker does, but that could be the move, and it will be. And we have D.D. Westbrook wide open. Nobody covered him. Coming up the streak on the field. Cam found him right away. We recognized it pre-snap, and they just left him uncovered. Trayvon Walker just blitzed from the right side, and nobody picked up Westbrook. Cam was able to find him for a good completion. All right, 1st and 10 now. Got to be mindful of this pass rush. They could be sending some heat our way. We're going to play fake, and we have Chase Allen, the rookie from Iowa State, makes a huge catch and also able to get out of bounds on the sideline. We back shouldered that thing, and I think that was the right decision from Cam. Defender was right there, but Chase Allen, the rookie from Iowa State, hasn't made many catches in this franchise, but you feel like every time we've called his name, it's been a big catch. Also has 2 touchdowns on the season. So 1st and 10 here, sweaty palms time, 49 seconds to go. Ball on the 32-yard line. We have our MVP, Bobo Wilson. He'll make the catch. Not able to get much out of it. Picked up about 4. All right, we're ticking down here to under 30 seconds. Still got 2 timeouts. 2nd and 6. Cam's going to drop back to pass. He has Westbrook open in the middle of the field, and it was an early breakup. We had him. We had D.D. Westbrook there. 3rd and 6. Now, be mindful that field goal will send this thing to overtime. So we don't necessarily have to score a touchdown, but we want to. We don't want to send this thing to overtime. Mohamed Sanu having a pretty good game. He'll catch that thing. We'll call a timeout. Gotta be careful here. Going to overtime isn't the worst possible thing in the world, but we really want to see if we can just cap this thing off with a touchdown. That would be ideal, of course. Don't like our chances in OT, really. All right, I say we have probably one more shot here. 12 seconds to go. We have 1 timeout left. See if we can hit Pollard again, that same route. We will not be able to. Cam will get sacked. We're going to call a timeout and send this thing to OT. Hopefully. Knock on wood. We're going to bring out Justin Rohrwasser. They're probably going to ice us. 28-25, sweaty palms time. I tried to hit Tony Pollard on that same route that he had a big gain on earlier. And of course, Doug Peterson will ice us. And I think we had him, but Josh Allen and the rest of the defense was just in there too quick, which has been a pretty common theme of this game. So Justin Rohrwasser, no pressure here, but we need you to go ahead and pull some magic out for us. We also had the ice kicker effect. Justin Rohrwasser is going to miss it. That's how your game's going to end. Oh, that's a killer right there. Killer, killer, killer. Doug Peterson iced us. We lost the kicking meter. I felt confident about where I stopped the meter. Maybe I didn't line it up to the right enough. We had some wind coming from the left. But that is how your game is going to end. 28-25. I'm holding on to my PS5 controller very, very tight here because I really just want to launch this thing through my 55-inch TV. So we dropped to 1-4. Probably going to be bottom place in our division, depending on what Tennessee does. But that was a huge one, man. We go into the bye week next week. We're going to have to look to regroup. Offensive line, I think I'm going to have to take a look at some of those players, some of those draft prospects, because Khalil Mack had, I think, 5 sacks last week. Josh Allen had 3.5 this week. We're just getting instant pressure. Cam's getting tore up alive back there, but that was a good game. A little depressed about that one. And next week, we're going to be able to choose our team name, so very exciting. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.